What is up, guys? Insane Silence here, bringing you guys another 25 days of Call of Duty, day 16. So, starting off, we have just something I pulled up online here. Basically, they're talking about the campaign, and I wanted to talk about a lot about the campaign just because this campaign is going back to World War II, man. And World War II was a big thing. You've all seen the movies, Saving Private Ryan, stuff like that, where it's a pretty big issue with the game, man. It's got to be historically accurate and everything like that, as well as it's got to be cool, and it's got to be fun, and it's got to keep you on your toes, and it's got to be World War II feeling, you know? We haven't been there. I mean, if you're young like I am, you haven't been to World War II, you weren't in World War II, so you don't know how it was. We need to know how it was. So, basically, this is where we're starting off here. So, basically it says, players will take part in the D-Day landing in June 1944, which proved one of the bloodiest battles of the entire conflict. The Allied soldiers stormed the beaches at Normandy while under a hail of gunfire from German troops. The publication described the tone of D-Day mission as similar to that of Saving Private Ryan, exactly, we saw that a lot in the trailer, which I really enjoyed, and I thought that was really cool. Moving on, it says, which shouldn't really come as a surprise considering that it has been the template for numerous video game adaptations of the infamous mission. There's also talk of intimate hand-to-hand combat between Allied and Axis troops, which is described as pretty brutal by GI's article, which is the article that I'm reading at the moment. Elsewhere, Call of Duty World War II also let players impersonate a Nazi soldier during the mission known as Wolf's Den, where you are tasked with infiltrating a German base. The people note that the player will be required to interact with enemy troops in the correct manner in order to maintain your cover. That is fucking sick, dude. I did not know about that. This is the first time I'm reading this, dude, and that is sick. If they have like little mini games in this campaign, that is going to be so tight, dude. That is going to be so dope. That is going to be like something that Call of Duty has never really done before, because it's just a story that's basically planned out. If you have to like play mini games and stuff to handle some things, and especially with the like hand-to-hand combat, that is going to be so awesome, man. So that's awesome. Michael Condrey went on to say it was important for us to balance the authenticity of the game and era and the dark notes that come with the genocide that the Nazis brought to bear. We need to balance and respect that, but also recognize that this is a piece of entertainment and not dishonor the loss of life that happened there. That's cool. I'm glad that they're taking some precautionary steps to not, excuse me, not get into anyone's business or anything like that, but they're taking precaution to make the game how it's supposed to be and make sure that it's living up to the expectation and the history of battles and everything like that. So elsewhere, the game also sees players taking part in battle across Europe as they make their way across France and towards Berlin along the Rhine. In addition, Call of Duty World War II also includes other major battles of the conflict, including take part of Operation Cobra, among others. I am going to do a walkthrough on the channel, and I think that's going to be doing really well. I'm really looking forward to that. I've been looking forward to another World War II campaign for a long time. But anyways, moving on from there, we have Headquarters, and if you guys haven't heard of Headquarters, it's like the new kind of social hub for Call of Duty that's going to be in Call of Duty World War II, where you can go in. It supports up to 48 people at the same time, and players can take part in activities together, but this is how they explain the setup. So Headquarters takes place in the D3 zone, so 3 days after D-Day, showing off the launching grounds of major Allied operations. The space is filled with supplies, vehicles, and lots of other things that you can do. It gives you more options for spending time in between multiplayer rounds. So it sounds like it's just going to transfer you back to the HQ every time when you're in a lobby and stuff like that. So I mean, I don't mind that. I think that'll be pretty cool. Basically, after that, it says in Headquarters you can open loot boxes that include cosmetic items. So you're going to be opening up your loot boxes, loot crates, whatever you want to call them, your supply drops in your Headquarters, which is awesome. And players who watch you open something will earn prizes. Also, it says in Headquarters that you can access the pit, which is a 1v1 space where you can apparently go head-to-head to test your skills if you played a multiplayer shooter and gotten the better of someone, you've probably been asked to go 1v1 and see what happens then. So Pit is a way to give players a means to do that, so I think that's really cool as well. Additionally, the headquarters, it says, has proximity-based voice chat, so you can talk to others who are also hanging out in the space between matches. There's also a firing range where you can try out weapons that you haven't tried out in-game yet. You want to try and see how they work with different attachments, stuff like that. I think that's pretty cool. The other details about headquarters that apparently Game Informer has done an article on. There are daily and weekly quests you can take on to earn rewards, as well as players who take a part in all the social elements stand to get more supply drops. You can look at leaderboards, check your mail, inspect other players' attributes, use emotes, and check up on all the other Call of Duty news, of course. Watch streams from inside a virtual theater, so that's going to be pretty cool. You can group up from inside headquarters and head into multiplayer or zombies as a group. That's going to be cool, so you guys can party up in there as well. You can kick a few objects around, hopefully a soccer ball, stuff like that, so that's going to be pretty cool. Throw a football around or something like that, because you guys are just chilling. Sit down and watch 1v1 pit matches, that's going to be cool. There's dynamic events in headquarters too. One example being like an aerial scramble that drives players to anti-air guns to fend off the base from any enemy aircraft. That's going to be cool as well. And then there could be some seasonal events in headquarters, as well as the game's cosmetic items aimed to be authentic and genuine for the time period. So yeah, guys, super pumped about this year, man. This year, it's definitely looking up. There's a lot of things that can easily go downhill just because it is a boots on the ground game, and you know, people aren't used to boots on the ground. There's a lot of things that can go wrong. No one's done a boots on the ground game in a minute, so I mean, stuff can happen. Stuff can definitely happen, but you know, it's just all up to how they play it, how they play their cards, and I think as far as right now, they're playing their cards completely right. They're making the right decision by doing what they're doing, and I'm just really hyped and just excited about what's to come this year. I can't wait for all the content, the DLC, zombies, the campaign. I am just super excited for everything, man. So if you guys are excited, please make sure you subscribe to the channel, because we're doing basically the longest Call of Duty beta stream that anyone's going to do. I'm going to stay up all Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday playing the beta just non-stop. So if you guys want to see that, if you guys don't have the beta and you won't be able to get the beta, make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the channel. I'd really appreciate it. It's going to be awesome. We're going to be having a good time all day and night, Friday and Saturday and Sunday. So please make sure you subscribe. Hit it right now, just so you know. A couple videos left, guys. We're almost there. Call of Duty World War II coming out soon. See you guys tomorrow for the next video.